Hey guys, DB Right here, and today I am continuing with What If Raditz Went to Earth Instead of Goku, Part 3. It has been a year since we've done this, so let's get straight into this. With Nappa gone and Vegeta fleeing from battle, the Saiyan arc had been concluded. And with no casualties on the hero's side, and after a couple of their minor wounds were all fixed up, there was a big party at Capsule Corp. Big feast. You know the gist, after the good guys win, there's always a big feast. Piccolo, of course, decided to go back to his wasteland, because, well, that's Piccolo for you. And, well, Raditz, his wife Bulma, and their son Radicor has, well, more or less begun sort of, yeah. Bulma just relieved that her family came out of this relatively unscathed. And now that people have begun to get used to, Kakarot, well, it is now time for Vegeta to, well, break the bad news to, Emperor Frieza that, well, let's just say he spent the whole trip from Earth to, Frieza Station thinking about how exactly he was going to explain this to Frieza. And, well, fortunately for Vegeta, when he is brought before Lord Frieza, he is not killed when he tells him of the tale, but even though Frieza is trying to hide it with his usual smugness that what we're used to, he's actually kind of disappointed that Kakarot has decided to turn traitor. As we know, I didn't really get into Kakarot's, how Kakarot was raised, per se. Let's just say out of Nappa, Vegeta, and Kakarot, in this case, instead of Raditz, Kakarot was clearly Frieza's favourite in this story. Well, why is that, DB Right? Well, mind you, like in the original, Frieza also favoured the prince as well. But just when Kakarot would do something ridiculous, you know, just some of those ridiculous antics that we see Goku do. Yes, even though we've got a more badass and meaner Kakarot, he does do the occasional silly and stupid comedic-like thing that his original counterpart Goku is known for. And Frieza found this quite amusing, so occasionally when he'd take Prince Vegeta along to conquer a planet, he'd invite Kakarot to come along too. Oh, I'm going to miss that, boys. He was like a jester in a way. He was like my own personal fool. So, Frieza will miss him in that kind of way. And, well, since the Dragon Balls weren't mentioned at all during the battle with the Saiyans, after all, no one died or anything like that, and it just really didn't come up that much in conversation, Vegeta was pretty much able to keep most of his discovery a secret, well, until it became clear that he pretty much had to tell Frieza about the Dragon Balls, because Frieza may have done away with him otherwise, and that there is a planet out there, Planet Namek, that could be filled with Dragon Balls. Lots of Dragon Balls. And, well, this eventually comes to our hero's attention when Kami brings up the fact that it's possible that the that the other Nameks from my homeworld can create Dragon Balls too. After all, he's from Namek, he created the Dragon Balls, not that much of a stretch. And well, Bardock has heard the wishing orbs of legend before, so he's able to chime up there and go and pretty much confirm it. You're absolutely right, there are Dragon Balls on Namek. I remember hearing this legend, something about Namekian wish orbs. I didn't think much of them at the time, but if you created these Dragon Balls here on Earth, then it's possible these wishing orbs are actually the Namekian Dragon Balls. And we let Vegeta run off with that information. He's gonna blab to Frieza for sure. It's Raditz talking. I hope one of us knows how to get to Namek. And this is where Kakarot pipes up after swallowing a big mouthful of pasta. Oh, I know where it is. Kakarot, are you serious? Know where Namek is? Well, I did spend all that time in the servitor of Prince Vegeta and Frieza. Of course I know where Namek is. My job was to know where all the planets were. Trust me, Vegeta made me study them ruthlessly. I could get us there in no time. Kakarot, there aren't enough space pods to fit us all in. Well, don't worry about that, dear, Bulma piping up. I can just add your engines to something that we've built here in Capsule Corp, and we'll be able to get to Namek much faster. I'm talking maybe 6 days. And well, with that, all our Saiyans on Earth are on their way battling it out and training, while Bulma and Mr. Briefs are building up a ship, which takes them a good couple of weeks to a month to complete. Meanwhile, Kami has also pointed out that he has his own ship as well, that they could use maybe in the meantime. Just sort of get the ball rolling, as it were. But Bulma basically assures Kami that it's not really necessary. I mean, you got Capsule Corp, we got enough spaceships, and considering how long it takes them to build the ship in the original, by the time they build this ship, it would end up passing Kami's ship anyway. They'd end up there months early. Well, they'd beat it there, but they'd beat it to Namek by a good couple of weeks. As I recall, it is a month's trip to Namek. Anyway, a couple of weeks' time, it's pretty much blast-off time. We got the Capsule Corp ship that Goku trains in the original, complete with a grav chamber, and everything. And they're also working on building a spare, building another one, because not everyone is going to Namek. Some of them are going to stay behind in case Frieza and Vegeta decide to show up here instead. Or if Vegeta doesn't blab and just decides to come back picking another fight, at least someone will be there to defend the planet. So, who do we have lining up to go? Well, we've got Raditz, along with Bardock, Bulma, Radical Krillin, and Mr. Piccolo going on this first trip, while everyone else at the moment is staying on the planet. And well, it's blast-off time, and they are more or less arrived there in 6 days instead of a couple of months. There's no fake Planet Namek. Forget it. Not happening. However, by the time they do get to Namek, it is not long that they're sensing a really powerful presence heading towards the planet. All these really high power levels just heading to the planet, a couple of them very distinct. Raditz is able to identify Vegeta right away, and well, Bardock is able to instantly identify Frieza! Oh, come on, we had to have that. Frieza! Frieza! And, well, the first thing Raditz does is getting himself on the scouter that Kakarot had conveniently left for him. Well, I suppose we don't really need the scouter. Bulma would have communications on that ship, so she is immediately on the comms to the ship and basically informs that pretty much Kakarot and the others have to get their butts down there. And well, luckily the coordinates for Namek are already programmed on the ship, and they're ready to go, except of course Dr. Briefs hadn't installed the cappuccino machine yet. But Kakarot hits the button to blast off. Now who is with Kakarot in this little adventure? Why, Mother Gine has come in with him, and well, Yamcha and Tien decide to sit this out. I mean, after all, Vegeta and Frieza might just be too much for them to handle, and of course that means Chaozu staying back as well. So mother and son are on their way, and well, Bulma is hiding away the Dino Cap ship in a Dino Cap, so it's not going to get blown up like it did in the original, and it's the Capsule Corp ship anyway. We don't want that blowing up. And they make their way to hide themselves in a cave, while they at least wait this out to at least determine where Frieza's going to be setting up camp. And well,
what a repugnant kind of world. We're not going to get much for this. I think when I gather the Dragon Balls, I think I will just do away with the planet altogether. After all, can't have anyone grabbing the Dragon Ball and undoing my immortality. Oh, Vegeta, since you know so much about the Dragon Balls, you will be showing us where to find them. So pretty much, you've got Frieza, his battalion of men, Zarbon Dodoria, following Vegeta because, well, they think Vegeta is an expert in hunting Dragon Balls. Truth is, he's not, but he comes to the same conclusion that Frieza and Zarbon did in the original, which is use the scouter and start looking for Namekians. And, well, it becomes really quick the horrifying events on what's going on the planet. Bardock and everyone sensing that monster, he just won't stop massacring people. And well, Bardock pretty much flies off in a bit of a rage. Father, you fool! Raditz is going off after him, and Radical, of course, wants to go after his father and grandfather, but Bulma is hanging back. But Piccolo and Krillin are following them on foot and keeping their power levels down, you know, so at least they'll have some sort of backup, and hopefully we'll be able to bail them out if the time comes. Alright, and I think this is a good spot to actually leave it. So what do you guys think? Did you enjoy this part of the story? Are we going to get a Frieza and Bardock reunion? Perhaps Bardock getting another chance at Dodoria for massacring his men, if we were going with the original Bardock TV special, which I see no reason why we can't, or reference both of them. And anyway, leave your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys again next time. And for those of you wondering if I was still going to do that what if Sailor Moon was in Dragon Ball GT timeline video I was going to do,
I am. I just haven't found time to rewatch the anime because, you know, I don't want to get the arcs mixed up and everything like that. But once I'm done watching the anime, I'll get to work right on that. Okay? And I will see you guys again soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Check out the rest of the content on the channel. And I'll, yeah, see you then. Bye-bye.